Hello, everybody. Hello there. This is going to be an interesting live. That's for sure. No thanks. Hello, Marie. Denmark the Mapper, you may want to identify yourself. Marie may not know. I don't know. I'm beginning to think maybe that my microwave incident is messing things up. Anyway, before we get started, I am Nature Guy X46, and this is Natureverse 4.7. We're gonna sort of talk about pollinators today. Yeah, it's back up, and it seems to be, my brother was able to get it started, but I unplugged it because I did not feel, if it's unplugged, I know I'm not going to use it. It's small potatoes. Hopefully it'll cool down, and I don't know. Maybe I should have left it plugged in. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to sort of talk about pollinators, and then we're just going to have an open chat, I think, today. Okay, now that I have all of that set. So, pollinators, so important to the world around us. They serve a huge, huge job. And they come in all different sizes and shapes. As you can see from the little thumbnail, they come in all different types and sizes and shapes from hold on so I can look at it. From bees to butterflies, they can range in size from a small bee all the way up to, believe it or not, fruit bats. There are bats that will pollinate. Maybe not exactly fruit bats, but there are bats that do pollinate. There are birds that pollinate. So they can range in all different sizes. But the big thing is, if you use a lot of pesticides, in your gardens, you're going to be hurting your pollinators. So maybe not do that. Figure out ways to deal with your pest without using pollinators, without using poison, sorry. Now, not all bats do pollinate. But there are definitely bats that do pollinate. And most of the bats that pollinate are going to be nectar drinkers. And there's actually quite a few bats. Lesser long-nosed bats, Mexican long-tongued bats, tube-lipped bats, long-tongued nectar bats, cave nectar bats, greater long-nosed bats. So those are just some of the bats that pollinate. There are at least 2 that live and function in the United States. They are the lesser long-tongued bat, Mexican long-tongued bats and the lesser long-nosed bats. Now, typically, at least what we see in the United States, bat flowers are unique. Okay? Bat flowers typically are open at night. They're pretty good size because think of a bat. They got to get in there. They're pale or white in color, very fragrant. And a lot of times they're going to smell like fermenting fruit or a fruit-like odor. And they're going to dish out lots and lots of nectar. How many bat species are there? Ugh. There are over 1,400 species of bats. There are 50 bat species that are said to pollinate, or pollinators, sorry. And out of that, there are 550 species of flowering bat, There are 550 species of flowering plants found across the world. Some fruits that you might recognize as being pollinated by bats include mangoes, bananas, and guavas, agave plants, and also the saguaro cactus that lives in Arizona. All of those plants are pollinated by bats. Hi, Goob. I have not, I've seen pictures, but never in person. So we don't think about butterflies as pollinators, but they most definitely are. And I think some of us, have the idea that the only thing that pollinates plants in America are honeybees. That is a lie. There are lots of other bees that pollinate plants in North America. If you live in North America, this is a great book. It's all about the bees that live in North America. And most of the bees that are in this book, guess what? They're not honeybees. Oh, Goob, you're the second person that has that problem. That's weird. That is so weird. But there are birds that pollinate. Hummingbirds pollinate. Sunbirds from Africa will pollinate. So a lot of birds. I think moths pollinate. There are definitely some moths who visit flowers to get nectar. Hawk moths will do that. But what I wanted you to get out of this today is, if you do have gardens, if you do have wild plants in your garden, if you do have a garden at your house, or you have flowers at your house, don't treat pollinators like they're the bad guys. There are, in the United States alone, there are around 4,000 native species of bees. Over 4,000 bees that live in the United States. And there's over 20,000 bees that live worldwide. Hi, CJ. What are some good plants to grow outside to help pollinators? CJ, are we talking about native plants? Or are we talking about garden plants? Because if you're, I highly recommend that if you're going to grow something, you might as well grow native. Find out. Okay. So, just about anything native is going to be good. Of course, there are some plants that they like better than others. The trick is you don't want to plant something that's going to be invasive. So I don't know. It sort of depends, CJ, on where you live. But milkweed, that's a good idea. If you want to grow plants for natives, okay? If you want to go native, look into milkweed. Milkweed not only smells good, I'm talking about common milkweed, not only smells good, but it's a native. And so you're going to get monarch butterflies and other organisms that live on those plants. Coneflower. No, milkweed is great. Especially if you smell the flowers. Oh my gosh. They smell better than roses. You might have to shop around for it if you can even buy it, but look around. Coneflower, purple coneflower, depending upon where you live, is good for bees and butterflies. Coneflower tends to come up late summer, at least from my perspective. Milkweed is just now coming up. Blazing star, if you live in the prairie states, is another plant. It's going to bring in bees and wasps and butterflies and also hoverflies. Wild bergamot, which is a plant that you can grow that's, you know what, let me see if I can find my flower book so that you can see what I'm talking about. Or maybe I can just use my computer. These are plants, if you can find them, that do really, really well. This is what it looks like. And I think I'm glad there are companies, CJ, that if you want to CJ, I take it you're an adult. Where do you live? Let me know in the comment. Just put your state. So I don't want to throw a company. I've never used this company. I am not suggesting that you use this company. It's just a picture. This is wild bergamot. Bees are going to love it. Butterflies are going to love it. I believe, if I remember right, it is also an edible. It's going to be edible. Yeah, and I think it's a tea. If I remember right, I think it's one of those wild teas that goldenrod is going to be out late fall. And what's nice about goldenrod is just about every city every state has some type of goldenrod. And again, that's another one that's really good. Are there nettles on that plant? Nettles, if you want to grow nettles, that's a possibility. I don't know if that company sells nettles or not. Asters, butterfly weed, which is real pretty. It's actually in the milkweed family. That's another one that's going to bring in butterflies. And the great thing about some of these wild plants is you're just not going to attract pollinators, but you're going to attract other animals as well. Asters are a really good plant for the fall or late summer. This is one type of aster. Now, where you might have issues is if you live on an HOA. But if you own your own home, explore. That's what I say. Don't. Oh, the other thing I want to say, is don't dig up flowers. Learn what is in your area. Another thing that you can grow, again, it depends on where you live, is hyssop. Hyssop is in the mint family, and it grows tall. I am around 5'1", and the hyssop plants grow bigger than me. And in the summer, they are covered in butterflies. They're covered in wasps. They're covered in bees. So it's a great plant. I've never used it for tea, but, if that's something that you want to try. Lavender, columbine is another one of my favorites. In fact, for me, my columbine is coming to an end as far as a growing season, but this is a plant that's going to bring in hummingbirds and hawk moths, and there's different types. Those are the purple ones or blue ones, whatever color those are. In your yard, you might even have wildflowers growing around your yard. Wild roses are awesome. You might be able to find those in some things. But I really recommend knowing what's there. Now, this company does sell natives. This one is for it is for Michigan, I believe. But they have a whole section of plants that are native to Michigan or Wisconsin. So you're in Missouri. And the other thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that the plants that you're buying, like I said, are plants that are, like I said, native to you. If you're in Jefferson City, there is a wildflower nursery. If you're close to Kansas City, there's another nursery called So Wild Natives. Another place called Sugar Creek Gardens that's in St. Louis. Definitely learn what is in your area, what grows in your area, because I'm telling you, that's what you want. You want plants that are going to grow in your area and are going to look nice. Swamp milkweed. I've never you also need to look at what is your light situation. Do you get full sun? That stuff to think about. Yellow indigo, blue indigo, fringe tree, lance leaf coreopsis, white cardinal flower. The other thing you need to look at, CJ, is do you have kids? Because you can get edible plants that if your kid eats them, no big deal. White flowering dogwood. Elderberry. Elderberry is a great plant because you're going to get not only flowers, but you're also going to get berries, and birds are going to eat those berries. You can get mayapple. That's a really good plant for the shade, but it's poisonous. So you may not want to grow it if you have kids. So, I mean, and you can ask. That's stuff that people should be able to tell you. I personally, if I had my own place, you can grow spice bush. Spice bush is a really great plant. It's edible. You can make tea out of it. And you can get butterflies. And these are all plants that are native to your area. Phlox is a great native plant. Serviceberry, columbine, rue, I can never pronounce it, anemone. And these are native plants are great because they're going to bring in the native pollinators. Wild ginger is a great plant if you have shade. Another one that's real pretty is American Beautyberry. It's going to get beautiful purple berries on it that I believe are also edible. And they are, I mean, some of these plants are going to be expensive. I'm not going to lie. But look into, what you have and the space you have. That is the beautyberry. I think it's beautiful, even without the berries. And the berries are purple. See if I can. That's what the berries look like. So don't be afraid to look. Oh, sorry, I had to send a message. Um, that's the cool thing about having your own yard. Is you can do what you want. Now that plant is gonna have so I'll tell you a little bit more about it. It is a native shrub, so it's a shrub, it's not a flower. Believe they're perennial. That's the beautiful thing about some of these plants. Um, if you're gonna do it, put it in the back. The berries are gonna come on late season. So you're gonna have that purple color in the late later. It does said they like full shade, or not full shade, full sun and light shade. The foliage does die back in the winter or in the fall, but those leaves are going to turn yellow in the fall. And that's when the berries become even more intense. But again, I live in Indiana, so what goes really well for me may not work really well for you. There's also Carolina allspice. I believe this is another shrub. That's what they look like. Hi, Conar Colton. They're tolerant of a lot of different soils. Um, I think the big thing is, why are you sad? Yeah, and you don't have to get all of them. Get a few. I'm doing good. Oh, guys, I know I announced this in the last live, but I'm going to announce it again. Make sure that you click that thumbs up button if you're learning something. Subscribe for more stuff. Oh no, I thought this was. I'm sorry, man. Um, yeah, there's a lot of plants that are out there that are natives that you can plant in your yard that are going to do amazing things for your garden. What? Also, if you are not subscribed, make sure you do it. And if that's not good enough, if you like sort of scary, not so scary stories, I have a third channel that is all about semi spooky, ghosty things. And although it might be me behind that mask, awesome. Awesome, awesome. What? What was your best friend's YouTube channel called? Goob? But if you are going to get into these plants, ask, 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 ask. I have 3 channels. This is the main channel. And on this channel, I talk about all things nature. There's always something being discussed. It's not always plants. It's not always animals. Sometimes it's just me talking my head off. The other channel is all about, sorry, you guys can't see that, is all about my animal collection in the back. I usually do one animal or one figure, and we talk about that animal for the week. And then the other channel, which I will provide links for the other channels here in a minute, is me telling scary stories, or my character that I portray on that channel. I will provide here in a second links to those channels. Please do not leave. Because your name is a part of your screen name. That's why. Ay, ay, ay. I can never remember how to do this stuff, guys. I'm going to be honest. I did this on the last live, and I'm horrible about doing this stuff. I absolutely 100% am. Hi, Robbie. I didn't see you come in. I'm sorry. So this is the main channel. That's the link for the main channel. It is 7:40. Wow, I've been doing this already for an hour. Wow. And then the other channel, well, you know, when you put your name on your channel, people are going to figure it out. The other channel has nothing to do with nature. So if that is what you're looking for from me, don't sign up for that channel. Because you're not going to get nature from the channel that I'm about to put up. Thank you guys for the likes. That means so much to me. If you clicked it and you deleted it, yeah, I don't know. You can try. You can try getting it back. This is the other channel. The last channel is my spooky channel. My next live is going to be, guys, my channels My channel's lives are planned all the way through. Oh, my channel is planned all the way through till December. So when you ask me to talk about something in my next live, you're asking a lot. I can only put your idea down and then go from there. My next live Tuesday is going to be about springtime in nature and what happens during the spring. And then spring, I can never pronounce that name, ephemerals? Ephemerals? Anyway, it is spring flowers that come up. Konar. No, we're not asking people their age. I could talk about horses during an open chat thing. But basically my lives are planned from now until the end of the year. Our next live is going to be tomorrow at 1 and then 6, and it's springtime and then spring ephemerals. Connor, he's not in school. I'm good. He is not in school. So you don't need to ask. We don't give out that information anyway. For June, we have a lot of stuff going on. We are going to be doing trivia on the 10th. We're going to be talking about rabbits. Life on the Rocks. We're going to be doing an exhibit focus. I just lost my place. Live forever. I'm not a vampire. We're going to do a Q&A on the 17th. A zoo to do. Yes, we're going to be doing trivia. 70s cartoon trivia. So if you don't know your 70s cartoons, you may want to start, I don't know, doing something. We will be talking about timber rattlesnakes and black-headed bushmasters, striped skunks, spotted skunks, the Red Sea, Dead Sea, swan goose, Orinoco goose, tarantulas, wolf spiders. More importantly, I want to talk about this. On July 15th, I don't know what day that is, we are doing a Zoom call at the 1 p.m. slot. If you want to participate in that Zoom call, You have to give me your password or your email address. And I don't know how many people I can have in a chat. And I can only do it for a half hour. Once that half hour is up, that is it. So if you want to do that, I need email addresses, and you are going to be put on online, because you're going to be here in front of my camera and I'm going to be here. If you don't want to be on the Zoom, that is fine. You don't have to. You can just come into live. And then I am going to do at Christmas time, we might try doing something. We might try doing it again. I have to find out how that works. So, yeah. A lot of time goes into figuring out each month. You too, CJ. Hope to see you again. We have a lot of stuff going on. We will be doing a planning session again in August. And then also doing another one in December. So in December, we are going to be doing some birds. We're going to be talking about terror birds and giant storks. Konar, he's just being friendly. He's not trying to do anything. He's just talking. He's chatting. We are going to be doing a 2025 roundup. And then what we are looking forward to for next year. So that is what is coming up. Super, super excited for whatever comes. I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to both channels. It gets me really, really happy to see the growth. We are at a point where the channel is growing quite a bit. No, I didn't want to do that. Ugh. I don't give out my name. I agree. So right now, this channel is sitting at 1,507 subscribers. We've had 160 subscribers in just the last 28 days. And then, oh, I still have to do a video tonight. we are currently sitting, we needed 500 subscribers to be eligible for the next step. Sorry, guys. It's like, I don't know, I petted my brother's cat, and I don't know. We are at 2,496 public watch hours. So probably the next time that they do their little switch uppy thingies, we will be at 2,500. Because we need 3,000. We are at 2,496 public watch hours, and we need 300 for the next step in this channel's growth. And so we should have that next time that they update everything. I've been on a Shetland pony, but not a horse. And I was really little. Well, not really little, but sort of little. But the channel that gets me the most excited yeah, I didn't think so. I went from 10 subscribers to 12 subscribers. This channel is brand spanking new. The average view time for Eyes on Me is only 4 minutes and 14 seconds, which is sad that people are not finishing the whole thing. This channel that you're on right now, now you gotta know that this channel, the nature guy, the Natureverse channel, was not taken seriously for some time. So some of these videos go back a few years. And there's around 653 full-length videos. That doesn't include shorts or lives. Also, I will be pulling, I am not doing cryptids on this channel anymore. You probably did. Nope. Nope. Because my windows look out over my neighbors' yards, and I'm not putting my neighbors on the internet. Sorry. There's got to be a way to take me straight to Wow, there's a lot of things on this channel. Is there a place that I can look up the age of my channel? Does it show that information? What was that, Marie? Yes, were you talking to me? Yeah, so 2015 is when this channel got started. But I wasn't taking it seriously back then. It's only been in the last 2 or 3 years. Yeah, but I haven't been really active. It's only been, if you look, maybe 2023. Oh. See, I don't know. No, I don't like cars. I don't drive. I have no reason to like cars. Right now, I like trying to figure out my voice. Thank you for the assist, Marie. I like music. I don't play music when I'm live, though, because I don't want copyright issues. Yeah, none of my videos have gone what I would say viral. Although they are doing a lot better lately, which I find that to be a little odd. Yes, this is my oldest channel. The other channel, hey, I will take whatever I can get, to be honest. Let's see. I need to go to my channel. I have no idea. I've not counted. Probably, if I had to guess, over 50. So this channel started in August 7th of 2023. I didn't realize it had been that long. Bye, Denmark. And then the other channel, one of my favorite, I think, honestly, I think I'm really having fun with the Boneyard Scribe. Really having fun. Monday or Tuesday. I do have a kangaroo. She just doesn't like me. June 2nd. Yeah, it'll be up Monday. It'll be up Monday or Tuesday. It's already written up. I just have to type it up. Nothing on the Boneyard Scribe is set in stone. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'd like to think there's a little bit of everything up here. There she is with her Joey. And I think she's a red. Now, see, I think that right there, if I was doing, she's handicapped too. She has a bum leg. I don't know if you can see it. She does not. I guess she does stand. She just doesn't stand very well. So, yep, that's her. Oh, I gotta get up. Excuse me for the view, but I don't like leaving stuff off the shelf. So, yep. The next story, or the next two stories, are going to be Can I Have a Ride and Broken. Oh no, I hope everything's okay. Yeah, it's not going to focus very well. I need to do a short so I can announce the new story. Have I got a lineup there? I don't know what you mean by that. You mean the animals? Or my schedule? Oh, Sheldon's gone. He's leaving. I'll tell you what, guys, I am tired. every channel is planned out. Every channel is planned out so far in advance that it's not even funny. Sorry. We've been going for an hour and 6 minutes already. It's crazy. And here I thought it was going to be... No, I can't show you my windows. I can't show you any windows. The lion, I can show you a lion. If he's up there. Oh, my meerkats are down. It's an okay figure. It is 10 minutes after 8 p.m. So it's a little bit after 8. Oh. Yeah, you're what, at 9, 11 minutes after 9? That's what I thought. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. I'm going to sign off because I've not had dinner yet. And it's going to be something I don't have to cook. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Be good, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.